time zone than we are here in the US. And they announced that both The Legend of Zelda for Wii U and the NX are both going to be delayed until 2017. As I posted on all of the first one.
Number 5
is Little Nemo the Dream Master. Now, by the look of the box art of the game, so let me tell you a little bit about Golf. Golf is a sports simulation video game released in 1984 for the NES. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Ncast, our live weekly Nintendo podcast. This is episode 16 of the Ncast live weekly Nintendo podcast, and it is the Wild Gunman podcast. Wild Gunman is a light gun shooter game created by Nintendo, originally created for arcades in 1974 by Gunpei Yokoi. The game was updated and released in 1985 for the Nintendo Entertainment System, being among the few games making use of the NES Zapper peripheral. The original version of Wild Gunman was one of Nintendo's electro-mechanical arcade games created by Gunpei, I don't know how the correct way to say that, but anyways, Gunpei Yokoi, and released in 1974. It consisted of a light gun connected to a 16mm projection screen. Full motion video footage of a Wild West gunslinger was projected onto the screen, and when its eyes flashed, the player needed to draw and shoot. If the player was fast enough, the projection would change to that of a shot gunman falling down. Otherwise, it would show the gunman drawing and firing his gun. If the player won, they would face off against several more gunslinger opponents. The second version had a plastic gunman figure mounted on top of a plastic battery box called Custom Gunman, which later became one of the microgames in the Game Boy Advance title WarioWare Inc. Mega Microgames. Sorry, I'm trying to fix something here. An updated video game version of the game, replacing photographic images with cartoon-style video game sprites, was released for Famicom in 1984 and the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1985. In this version, the player also waited for the opponent's eyes to flash, accompanied by speech bubbles reading fire before shooting. It also featured a shooting gallery where opponents had to be shot from the windows of a saloon. A piece of Frédéric Chopin's Funeral March indicates the player's defeat. Although Wild Gunman was also available on the PlayChoice 10 arcade system, the movie Back to the Future Part 2 features an unreleased Nintendo Versus System version. The Famicom version for use with the Zapper peripheral was released in Japan the same year and in the United States on the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1985. The Famicom version was also available packaged with a plastic Western-style revolver accessory modeled after the Colt Single Action Army that could be used instead of the Zapper. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my chat thing here. I apologize for the delay. Let me get that set up here. I have the video embedded on the chat page, but it's not working for some reason. I don't know why. But anyways, get this up here. So Wild Gunman was developed by Nintendo R&D 1 and Intelligent Systems. It was published by Nintendo. The producer for the game was Hiroshi Amonishi, and it was composed by Hirokazu Tanaka. It's been released on the arcades, on the NES, and on the PlayChoice 10. It was released on the Famicom in Japan on February 18, 1984, and on the NES in the US on October 18, 1985, and Canada on February 3, 1986, and in Europe on February 15, 1988. It was released on the Wii U Virtual Console in North America on January 7, 2016, and in Europe on October 22, 2015. It's a light gun game, and it does not have any multiplayer. It is single player only. And as I mentioned earlier, it was featured in Back to the Future Part 2, which is one of my personal favorite movies of all time, the whole trilogy. I highly recommend you check them out if you're into sci-fi and action adventure kind of stuff. So what's coming out for the upcoming week of releases? Well, there's not a whole lot that's been announced so far for this coming week. Just some 3DS releases in Japan, And on the 3rd of August, which is this coming Wednesday, the announced releases for the 3DS are 3D Puyo Puyo Su, Kuta no Chika Burger Kaojou, Kuta no Concert Staff, Kuta no Enroll, Kuta no Kona, Kuta no Lift, Kuta no Makyu, Kuta no Nawatobi, I'm not sure which one is correct, but anyways, Kuta no Q, Kuta no Toro Haodai, Kuta no Two Brighter, Yokoso Pet Hotel. That's all on August 3rd in Japan on the Nintendo 3DS. On August 4th, which is Thursday, in Japan on the 3DS, we have 12-Sai Koisuru Diary, Dragon Ball Fusions, and Sekaiju no Meikyo 5, Nagaki Shinwa no Hate. And that is it for the releases that have been announced this week. Of course, we'll have the usual Nintendo download releases. Europe gets announced tomorrow, and they'll be released on Thursday as usual, probably. And the North American versions will be announced on Thursday and released on Thursday as well. And Japan's are on Wednesday, I believe. So speaking of the Nintendo download, we have the European Nintendo download for last week for you. What did Europe get? Well, on the Wii U eShop, they got Letter Quest Remastered. The Grim Reapers Grim and Rose need your help to defeat a legion of monsters, ghosts, and evil bunnies using the power of words. Spell words to battle monsters and earn gems that can be used to purchase upgrades, books, special items, potions, and much more. Letter Quest Remastered is a turn-based RPG featuring high-res artwork, clever wordplay, and 2 great soundtracks. Use your linguistic skills to survive. They also got Dragon Skills. Dragon Skills features classic arcade gameplay inspired by well-known classic games from the 1970s. You have to destroy all stones in a level like in a classic Brick Breaker game. In Dragon Skills, though, the ball has a tail which gets longer and longer, and crossing the tail with the ball will trigger rewards for the player. In each level, the player aims for the ultimate high score. To achieve the highest score, the use of Dragon Skills will be necessary. Dragon Skills is a typical arcade game which is easy to play but hard to master. They also got 3 Souls. Discover the world of Muslin with Nelisa in the sad cells of Moon Prison with this first episode of 3 Souls. In this 2D puzzle platformer, players must utilize the unique features of the Wii U gamepad to solve puzzles and the touchscreen to glimpse into the thoughts and feelings residing with Nelisa's soul. On the Wii U Virtual Console, they got Bonk's Adventure, which originally released on the TurboGrafx 16, an old-school side-scrolling action game. Gameplay is simple. Just headbutt your enemies as you progress through each stage. You receive damage when you get hit by an enemy or when you touch something hazardous. Try to keep Bonk from losing any life. Chow down on meat you find along the way to power up Bonk by 2 levels. Headbutt the ground after Bonk is transformed to unleash a powerful explosion. The earth will tremble and your enemies will be stunned. That's Bonk Power. The power of his mighty rock-hard head. The game is loaded with bonus games and hidden stages, and just like any great action game, there are big boss battles. Also on the Wii U Virtual Console, another TurboGrafx 16 title is New Adventure Island. On Peaceful Adventure Island, the Islanders are celebrating the wedding of Master Higgins and Tina, the Miss Island Queen. Suddenly, the celebration is interrupted by the appearance of Baron Bronsky and his henchmen, who kidnap Tina and the island children. Master Higgins must set out to rescue the children and his beloved Tina in the side-scrolling action game. Throw hatchets and boomerangs, hop on skateboards along the way, and guide Master Higgins safely to the goal in each area. New Adventure Island consists of 7 exciting stages. Each stage is split into 4 areas with a boss waiting at the end of the final area. Defeat all the bosses and release the kidnapped children. And waiting in the castle of the final stage, the wicked Baron Bronsky. Help Master Higgins defeat him and reclaim his bride. Also got R-Type, that's another TurboGrafx 16 title on the Wii U Virtual Console. A completely faithful port right down to the character details of the famous arcade shooting game masterpiece R-Type. Destroy the PAL armor and 6 different units will appear that you can use to power up your R9. Equip bits and obtain laser units to make the Force appear and to power it up. The Force can then be integrated into or separated from your R9. Make the most of the reflecting laser beams and the air-to-surface and anti-aircraft lasers. Keep punching the fire button to send blasts from the beam cannon. Press and hold the fire button to charge the beam gauge, and release it to fire a devastating wave cannon blast. The longer you hold it, the stronger the blast. The ultimate highlights are the boss characters that await you at the end of each stage, and a stage that pits you against a giant warship. For Wii U sales this week, they got sales on Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures, which is not available in Germany, Beat Buddy, 99 Seconds, Darts Up, Rockin' Racing Off-Road, Sweetest Thing, and Island Flight Simulator. On the 3DS eShop, they got Power Disc Slam. Power Disc Slam is no simple park throwabout with your dog. It's an intense arcade sports game pitting you against the best. Choose your favorite character and take to the court to show off your skills. Learn to slide, spin, and trick your opponent. Watch out for Cooper's fearsome power, Mariana's speed, Henrique's long reach, and Adeline's trickery. Be alert as each surface plays differently and the scoring layouts change. Can you become a Power Disc Slam master? They also got Psycho Pigs. Psycho Pigs is an arena-based action game remake of the 1987 classic Jaleco game. There are a wide variety of bombs and power-up items that you can use to ham it up. Hit and don't get hit is the aim of the game, so use the arena's properties to your advantage, such as hiding in the bushes to sneak up on your foes. They also got a demo for crazy construction. Build a tower higher and higher by stacking objects of all shapes and sizes together in any way you can. Balance telephone boxes, road cones, televisions, desks, chairs, curling stones, more than 100 in total, in a giant pile to reach the goal line. Build past mutant birds, hurricane winds, and black holes sent by the evil Crash Construction Company as they try to bring your tower crashing down. Pile household objects high enough to reach the goal line. Wait, what? That's the same thing they said. I don't know why they repeated it, but anyways, that's a typo from Nintendo. Follow the story of the Hirunu Construction Company and their sky-high construction project to build a tower to the moon in the name of justice. For 3DS DLC this week, they got several things for Fire Emblem Fates. There is Fire Emblem Fates 4, Light Sacrifice, this is Heirs of Fate 4, Heirs of Fate 5, Endless Dawn, and Heirs of Fate The End, which is Lost in the Waves. Light's Sacrifice is a reluctant Siegbert enters the fray. Part 5, Endless Dawn, it says led by Shigura, the party storms the enemy gates. And Lost in the Waves says the next generation assaults their ultimate foe. For 3DS sales this week, there's sales on 4 Elements, Asada, Hidden Expedition Titanic, Jewel Quest 4 Heritage, Jewel Quest Mysteries 3, The Seventh Gate, Jewel Quest The Sapphire Dragon, Luxor, Mystery Cave Files Dire Grove, Mystery Case Files Ravenhurst, Mystery Case Files Return to Ravenhurst, Secret Mysteries in London, Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures, which is not available in Germany, 3D Game Collection, Secret Agent Files Miami, Crazy Construction, Atlantic Quest, Football Up Online, Epic Word Search Collection, Snow Moto Racing 3D, Escape from Zombie City, Ninja Battle Heroes, Runny Egg, and Smash Cat Heroes. On new Nintendo 3DS Virtual Console, there's 3 Super Nintendo titles coming out this week. They're all Street Fighter 2 titles, or Street Fighter titles rather. And they got Street Fighter Alpha 2. Street Fighter Alpha 2 explodes into Virtual Console with its trademark lightning fast gameplay. Custom combo system and innovative alpha counters. Push your talents to the limit as you discover new moves and counters for every attack. Neutralize your opponent's attacks with high and low alpha counters and execute custom combos to create your own rapid-fire assaults. All your favorite warriors are back, including previously hidden characters Dan, Akuma, and Bison, plus new fighters including Rolento, Jin, and Sakura. I also got Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting. Street Fighter 2 defined gaming in the 1990s by revolutionizing the fighting game genre. Regarded as one of the greatest games of all time, Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting was the third release of the original Street Fighter 2 series, featuring the original 8 warriors including Ryu, Chun-Li, and Guile, along with playable boss characters Balrog, Vega, Sagat, and M. Bison. Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting offers enhanced gameplay speed and improved character balancing. They also got Super Street Fighter 2 The New Challengers. When Super Street Fighter 2 The New Challengers debuted, the fighting game genre changed forever. Along with a revolutionary combo system, it introduced new characters alongside the original cast. In addition to Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, et al., take control of 4 brand new combatants and thrilling head-to-head gameplay. Choose T-Hawk and its unmatched strength, DJ's unrivaled kickboxing ability, the furious kung fu of Fei Long, or drill your rivals with the deadly Kami. And that is it for the European Nintendo download for this past week. So, believe it or not, a brand new Wii game was announced this past week, and it is called The Voice. It's a game based on the TV show of the same name, and it's officially licensed by the show as well. A specific release date was not announced, but it's expected to be released on Wii by the end of the year, and it's also going to be available on PS4 and Xbox 360 as well. And it's interesting it's not scheduled for Wii U, but Wii instead, since Wii has long since been stopped being produced and Wii U is still being made, but that's just what they decided to do, I guess. Maybe because Wii U is not selling as well, and Wii is one of the best-selling consoles of all time. Maybe that's why they decided to do that. But the voice joins Just Dance 2017, which is from Ubisoft, of course, as one of 2 confirmed games that are scheduled to be released this year on the Wii, which is Nintendo's last-gen console. And you can check out the full press release announcing this on our website at nvideogames.com. So Nintendo recently posted a video on their YouTube channel. This is Nintendo UK's channel, for the reactions that players had to playing the demo of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is at the Hyper Japan Festival 2016, which was recently held over in Europe. So you can check out that video on our website or on Nintendo UK's YouTube channel. Speaking of Nintendo UK, another video they posted recently was a compilation video of Splatfest from Splatoon. So this is kind of a look back on all the Splatfests that were held over the past year, since they recently held the last one. So you can check that out on our website or on Nintendo UK's YouTube channel. And if you want to know results for all the Splatfests, you can check out Inkopedia. We have a link there on our website to directly where you can check those out. Other videos we have from Nintendo for you this week are the weekly eShop trailers for Japan. And what is Japan getting this week? Well, they're getting Xenoblade Chronicles, which is a Wii retail title on Wii U. And it's going to be available for 2,700 yen, which is about $25.54. And they also got Rhythm Heaven Fever, which is also a Wii retail title, and that's available for the same price. And then on Wii U Virtual Console, they got a couple Nintendo DS titles. And the first one they got was Odeyo Dobutsu no Mori, which is the Japanese name of Animal Crossing Wild World. And they also got Pokemon Ninja Batanji, which is the Japanese name for Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia. And then they also got a couple Nintendo 3DS home themes. And they are Pokemon related. And the first one is Pokemon Piatotsotetto, which loosely translates to Pokemon Pair Art Sets. And then the other theme is Pokemon Pokaparuru Nomigawari, which loosely translates to Pokemon Scapegoat of Pokaparura. And Google couldn't translate that word for some reason, so I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but those translations come from Google, by the way. Since I'm not fluent in Japanese, I know a little bit, but not a whole lot. And that is it for the eShop releases for Japan for this past week. You can check out those trailers on our website or Nintendo Japan's YouTube channel. So another thing that Nintendo UK announced this week was some new Nintendo Selects, and these are called Nintendo eShop Selects. And these are the first eShop only titles to be priced as part of the Nintendo Selects collection. And they're actually getting retail releases as well. So those are going to be available for a discount price starting on the 30th of September at retailers throughout Europe. They haven't announced this for North America just yet, and I don't think for Japan either, but we'll have to wait and see if we get those deals in North America or Japan. And those titles are Fast Racing Neo, which is from Shinen Multimedia, and Steam World Collection, which is from Image and Form. And Steam World Collection contains both Steam World Dig and Steam World Heist. And these are both Wii U titles. So you can check out the full press release on our website at nvideogames.com. And some images of the box art and artwork as well. So another new title that was announced this week is Between Heartbeats. It's an upcoming shoot-'em-up game from Blimbo Games and Black Shell Media, and it's in development for the Wii U. It's also going to be made for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. And instead of just being a standard shoot 'em up, it takes place inside of the body instead of this places like the space or sky, which most shoot 'em up games tend to take place in. And they have launched a crowdfunding campaign on Indiegogo to help fund development. They're looking to raise £10,000, which is a little over $13,000 to cover the cost of the game over the course of the next month. And we have a link to their campaign on our website at nvgames.com if you want to check that out. And they also put out a free demo of the PC version through Steam, so you can check that out as well. And we have some concept art, screenshots, and the full press release on our site as well. So Nintendo and the Pokemon Company announced a concert series for the UK. It's called Pokemon Symphonic Evolutions, and it's going to be coming to London this year at the end of the year in December. It's only going to be for 2 nights only, December 19th and December 20th. And the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra will be performing music from several of the games, which include Pokemon Red and Blue, Pokemon Yellow, Gold and Silver, Crystal, Ruby and Sapphire, Emerald, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Black and White, and X and Y. And you can check out the full press release on our website as well, and we also have links to where you can purchase tickets, and they went on sale this past Friday. I don't know if they're still available or not, but you can certainly check those out if you are interested. And the event is going to be held at the Eventum Apollo on Monday, December 19th and Tuesday, December 20th. And that's in London, in the UK and England. So I told you during the Nintendo download about Letter Quest Remastered. It's also known as Letter Quest Grimm's Journey. And we have the full press release on our website. You can check that out with some more details about the game. And it's from Digarati Distribution and Bacon Bandit Games. And you can check out some screenshots on our site as well. And you can read more about it on Nintendo UK's website, as well as the press release I mentioned. So Nintendo announced this past week that the Pokemon Go Plus accessory has been delayed, and they announced this through Twitter, and also on the official Japanese website. And it was originally scheduled to be released at the end of this month, July, but it's now been delayed to sometime in September. And that is for all 3 territories, North America, Europe, and Japan. And the Google translation, the rough version of it from the Japanese website says, quote, "Notice, the 2016-7 of the end of sale had been planned is Pokemon Go Plus, but in order to delay the preparation has occurred, we have decided to postpone the release date to September 2016. Released, I am sorry to the customer, have you wait a while. Thank you for your understanding." So basically they're saying, we've delayed this accessory, the Pokemon Go Plus, to September 2016, and it was originally scheduled to be released in July, and we want to apologize for the delay, and we thank you for understanding, basically. That's pretty much what it says, based on the loose translation from Google Translate. And of course, the Pokemon Go Plus is an accessory you wear on your wrist. It's kind of like a combination of a watch and wristband type of thing, or also known as wearable technology, like a smartwatch kind of thing, but it doesn't have that kind of functionality. Basically, the way it works, if you're not familiar with it, it will have lights and a vibration functionality that interacts with the Pokemon Go mobile app on Android and iOS to alert you when Pokemon are nearby, or when you've caught one, or when you fail to catch one. So you don't have to constantly look at your phone while you're walking around. You can be more observant of your surroundings and check out the sites, like if you're walking through a park or going to historical monuments, that kind of thing. So there's a new rumor that hit this past week, and this comes courtesy of Eurogamer, and their sources are reporting that the Nintendo NX will be a portable system with console abilities. And they also include a mock-up image of what this might look like over on their site, and we've got that on our site as well for you. You can check that out at nvgames.com. And it's not a final confirmed design, but it's just a concept. And according to this image, it looks like the NX will kind of emulate the ideas of the Wii U gamepad and make it an actual system out of it. And the left and right pieces, which will be the control pad and the control stick, and then the right control stick, and then the face buttons, would split off into 2 separate halves. So you have 3 parts: the 2 controllers or 2 control parts, and then the main part, which will be the screen, kind of like the gamepad. And it makes more sense if you look at the image on our website. So it looks like the controllers can be added or removed whenever you want, as you need. And you'll also be able to hook up the NX to your TV and use it as a home console, which is a feature that many, myself included, wish you could do with the Nintendo 3DS. And Eurogamer didn't specify the connection type, but you would assume it would be HDMI, as that's pretty much the standard nowadays. And this will be accomplished through the use of a docking station type of thing. So kind of like the gamepad's charging cradle, but it will be have an HDMI or some sort of video out connection to go to your TV as well, according to Eurogamer. And you'll dock the portable into the docking station, and you'll connect that to the TV to turn into a console. And supposedly the NX will be powered by the NVIDIA Tegra processor, which is found primarily in mobile devices. And it seems right now that it's going to be using the Tegra X1 processor, which is used to power devices such as the Pixel C tablet and Nexus 9 from Google, and the Shield Android TV device from NVIDIA itself. And you can check out a full breakdown of all that in Eurogamer's Digital Foundry section. We've got a link to that on our site. And I also speculate that it may use a rumored X2 processor, the Tegra X2 instead of the X1, and that the X1 information may just be a placeholder. But none of that is confirmed, that's just rumored. Another interesting thing they reported, and it's been rumored for a while, is that apparently the NX will forego the use of discs, which is the de facto standard for gaming this day, Blu-ray discs specifically, and they're instead going to be using cartridges, which have not been in a wide release on a Nintendo console since the N64 days. Now, of course, being a cartridge, the storage may be limited on these, since cartridges tend to not have so much storage as discs. But Eurogamer has mentioned they've heard of a limit of 32 gigabytes for the data storage on the cartridges. And it's possible that they may be similar to the ones currently used by Nintendo 3DS, but that's just speculation. That is in no way confirmed. And if it is indeed a portable, it will make sense that it uses cartridges, not discs, as no Nintendo portable to date has used discs, and only one mainstream one has thus far, and that is the original PlayStation Portable, the PSP, which used the little mini disc kind of like the GameCube used. Though even if they return the cartridges, they'll probably still have a digital store interface of some kind where you can download digital titles through the eShop and Virtual Console and that kind of thing, since they've been constantly updated for 3DS and Wii U, and that will probably continue with NX as well. But again, that's not 100% confirmed, that's just speculation on my part. So you might be wondering if the system is going to be backwards compatible like Wii and Wii U were, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to be the case because the change from discs to cartridges, and that seems to be unlikely according to Eurogamer. And apparently Nintendo will be designing a brand new OS and UI for the system as well, and despite rumors from a while back, it will not be using Android. And since this is apparently going to be a portable system mainly, the graphic capabilities are going to be probably less than the competition systems like the PS4 and Xbox One, for example, or whenever they release their next systems, whatever those may be. Nintendo had previously mentioned that they were planning to share more about NX later this year, and according to Eurogamer, it appears that info is going to be shared in September. And I'd also previously speculated on this as well. I figured it'd be sometime this fall, going into the holiday season to get people excited for the launch next year, which is planned for March. But knowing Nintendo, they'll probably delay it again. I would not be shocked to see that happen, but that's not confirmed. That's just speculation on my part. So anyways, that's just a little over a month away, and it appears that the system may finally be unveiled during this. But it remains to be seen if this will be done so through a dedicated event like a Nintendo Direct or similar type of thing, or at the Tokyo Game Show, which is also held in September. Or it could be something else entirely. We just don't know. Now, Nintendo doesn't generally have much to do with the Tokyo Game Show, which is also known as TGS, but they did unveil the Wii Remote there back in 2005. So it's not impossible for them to have something NX related announced there or shown. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. We got a little over a month to wait until it's September, so we'll just have to wait and see what they do, and maybe they'll announce something before then to let us know when that will be happening. So we'll just have to stay tuned for that. Now, according to Eurogamer, Nintendo wants to make the concept of the system clearer to customers, and this is because many thought that the Wii U was an accessory or an add-on for the Wii, and that the system likely suffered in sales because of that. And they said that NX will be marketed around the ability to bring your games with you when you're not at home. And Nintendo had said that the NX is not intended to replace the 3DS or Wii U, so you have to kind of wonder how it will coexist with Nintendo 3DS. But I think that's just trying to reassure their investors. I don't think that's really true, because if you remember, the Nintendo DS was originally supposed to be the third pillar. It wasn't intended to replace the Game Boy Advance or the GameCube. And there was going to be GameCube, Game Boy Advance, and Nintendo DS. Well, as we know, the Nintendo DS became one of the best-selling systems of all time, and it did replace the Game Boy, and there has not been another Game Boy system since. Every portable system that's been released thus far has carried the DS name or variation thereof. So, I'm pretty confident that the NX is going to replace both the 3DS and Wii U. That is just speculation on my part. That is not confirmed at all. That is just my opinion. We'll have to wait and see, of course. So as far as games go for the system, there's not a whole lot that's been confirmed thus far. So far, we just know about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, of course, Just Dance 2017 from Ubisoft, Sonic 2017 from Sega, which was just recently announced during the 25th anniversary event that they recently held. And then Eurogamer claims that Dragon Quest 11 and 10 will be coming as well, but I've personally seen conflicting reports on that. Square Enix had even said that that was not confirmed and it's just a possibility. So I'll take that with a grain of salt. It may happen, it may not. We'll just have to wait and see. And Nintendo usually builds their controllers and systems around a specific idea or ideas in the game, or several games. So, for example, they had the analog stick for Super Mario 64, which they designed the controller and the system around that. But we don't know what unique elements the NX will have for Zelda or whatever possible future Mario game there might be. And it's also been rumored that there will be some Wii U games supported to the NX as well. So, for example, there's rumors that Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and Splatoon will be ported to this new system. And Pikmin 4 is also rumored to be coming to it as well, because it was said to be nearly done last year, according to Eurogamer's interview with Shigeru Miyamoto. And it's possible they moved development to the NX, and I wouldn't be shocked to see that. I mean, that seems likely since Wii U is on the way out, obviously, since NX is supposed to be released next year. But that's not confirmed, that's just rumored. So Eurogamer asked Nintendo about the rumors, or maybe, yeah, I think that was from Eurogamer. Anyways, the statement that Nintendo put out said, quote, Nintendo has not made any new official announcements regarding NX, which is due to launch in March 2017. As such, we're unable to comment on the various rumors and speculations circulating, end quote. So that is a whole lot of information there on the NX. And like I said, I wouldn't be shocked to see this to be true. That's been rumored for a while that it's going to be a hybrid of a portable and a console. But we'll just have to wait and see if that actually happens. So switching gears a bit, we got some Amiibo news for you. Some new Super Mario series Amiibo have gotten their CPSIA certificates, according to Nintendo's website, and both of these characters are part of the Wave 2 of the Super Mario series, and they are Donkey Kong and Daisy. And they're the latest to pass the CPSIA certification, and they join Waluigi, who is also part of Wave 2 and was certified last month. And they're the first characters in Wave 2 to pass. And Wave 2 is supposed to be coming out in November, on November 4th. And some outlets I've noticed have considered Silver Mario to be Wave 2 by itself, but since it's just a single character, I count it as part of Wave 1, and then the rest is Wave 2. The Donkey Kong, Daisy, and then of course there's Boo, Diddy Kong, Rosalina, and Wario coming as well, and Waluigi. Now Waluigi, Daisy, and Boo are getting figures for their first time, while the others have been previously part of other series like Super Smash Bros., for example. And you can check out an image showing the listings from Nintendo's website on our site at nvgames.com, or you can check it out at Nintendo's website. They have them there as well. And you can view the certificates as well. I think they're PDFs, so you would have to either view them in your browser or download them to look at that if you're interested. So we have the North American Nintendo download for you. What did we get this week, or this past week? Well, on the Wii U, we have a Wii retail game, and that is Kirby's Epic Yarn. When Kirby incurs the anger of a sorcerer, he is transported to a world made completely of cloth and yarn. In this Wii classic, guide Kirby through uniquely created levels in Patchland as he uniquely crafted levels in Patchland as he takes on a variety of forms and transforming into powerful vehicles. A second player can also aid in the adventure by playing as the adorably named Prince Fluff. Additional accessories are required for multiplayer, and they are sold separately. On the Wii U Virtual Console, we got Kirby Mass Attack, which originally released on the Game Boy Advance. Gather a mob of Kirby characters and lead them through this crazy Game Boy Advance adventure in which nothing can stand in your way. Send Kirby swarming over enemies, fling them into the air to hit flying foes, and even use them to take on challenges of strength. Don't forget to collect medals hidden throughout various stages to unlock minigames. For Wii U eShop sales this week, we have Sales 4, Sketch Wars, and Steel Lords. Other Wii U releases this week include Three Souls, Block, Dracula's Legacy, and Vector Wars. On the Nintendo 3DS eShop, we got a demo for Kirby Planet Robobot. Another year older, another year pinker? What better way to celebrate Kirby's birthday than with a free demo of this new sci-fi adventure, Kirby Planet Robobot for the Nintendo 3DS family of systems alongside other great Kirby games. On the Nintendo 3DS Virtual Console, we got Kirby's Dream Course, which originally released on the SNES, the Super Nintendo. Get ready for one of the most surprising Kirby games imaginable. In this fun Super NES golf game, yes, it's a Kirby golf game, control the force and angle of your shot, and sink Kirby for a hole-in-one. Play through various stages and acquire classic power-ups to get the lowest score possible. In this game, a low score is a good thing. On the 3DS eShop, we have Sales 4, Run the Egg, Ninja Battle Heroes, Glorio Generals, Samurai Defender, Snowmoto Racing 3D, Sadami, Epic Word Search Collection, Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2, Record Breaker, and Shin Megami Tensei 4, and miscellaneous titles from Tom Create. And the other 3DS release this week is for Gata Protectors. We got some details for you for a game from Two Tribes on the Wii U called Rive, and this is the, as of now, final title from Two Tribes. They're going to be shutting down after this is released, and it's still scheduled to be released on Wii U as far as I know, but it could be, or as it was scheduled for release on Wii U, I should say, but it looks like it's been delayed and it could be moved to NX. And we have a character trailer on our website at nvgames.com. You can also check that out on Two Tribes YouTube channel. And this introduces players to two of the game's characters, and they are Roughshot and DLL. Roughshot is a playable character, while DLL serves as a guide of sorts. And Rive allows you to shoot in 360 degrees, and it makes the enemies tackle from every angle. And if you don't care about the story, you can literally shoot the messenger and skip the story and just shoot stuff. You'll also be able to hack into turrets or ride bullet trains. Rive will feature special attacks to help you out, some of which are called Kesslers or Falcons. There will also be multiple methods of playing the game available as well. Two modes available in the game are called Speedrun and Single Credit, which are pretty much self-explanatory. And you can check out the full press release and the game's logo over on our website. We got some new merchandise announced for you this past week, and that is for The Legend of Zelda. And it is a new dress from Merchoid.com, and it's called the Zelda Dress of the Wild, and it's scheduled to be released sometime in September. And it says that it was available for pre-order, but when I wrote this article, there's only 2 of them left, so it may be sold out now. But anyways, there is a pre-order link on our website. You can check it out if you're interested. And the price is £30.99, €39.99, or $36.99. And we have an image where you can check that out. Basically, it's kind of like Link's tunic, but in a dress form. And we also have the full press release as well with more details and other information. So you can check that out over on our site at nvigames.com. And our final story for this week is a new 3DS game that was announced from Level 5, and it's a brand new Professor Layton game. It's called Lady Layton, the Millionaire Aerodonist Conspiracy, and it's scheduled to come out next year in North America and PAL territories, and sometime in Q1 or Q2 of next year for Japan. Now, according to Wikipedia, unlike previous games in the series, this one stars a new character, and her name is Catrielle Layton, and she is the daughter of Professor Layton. Other characters in the game include her dog, Charo, who apparently can talk, Geraldine Royer, and Noah Mondayer, who are friends of cats. And as you would expect, the game features a variety of puzzles, and you'll have to make use of the touchscreen to solve them. And we have some concept art or artwork from the game that you can check out on our site, as well as the logo. And we are going to finish up with some minor story spoiler details here for the game. So if you don't want to be spoiled by this information, then go ahead and tune out now, and we thank you for listening and watching. Okay, give it a few seconds here for you to close your browser or MP3 player. Okay, here is the spoiler for the story, minor story spoiler. So, in Lady Layton, the Millionaire Aerodone's conspiracy, the professor goes missing, and one of your main goals in the game is to reunite Kat and her father as you complete puzzles and investigate various mysteries. And that's all that Wikipedia had to say about the story, pretty much. So as I mentioned, you can check out some artwork from the game, and its characters, and also the Japanese logo. So that will be interesting to check out next year. And that will do it for this week's episode of the Incast, our live weekly Nintendo podcast. We should be back next week at a regular time, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. Well, this week actually, since it's Sunday now. So be sure to tune in for that. You can subscribe to us here on YouTube. We post videos throughout the week, as well as the recorded versions or live streams from Twitch. And you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/nvideogaming, or on Twitter at twitter.com/nvideogames. And you can check us out on the web at nvideogames.com for Nintendo news, screenshots, trailers, and lots more good stuff. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching.